Hi, my name is Jamie Rue. It's the 5th day of Camp NaNoWriMo, and I've written 8,899 words. Okay, so world building, that's what I'm talking about today, because I have to do a lot of it and I don't know how to do it. This is where planning would totally come in handy. If you need a world that involves a lot of, explaining, you might want to do more than just ponder for a few minutes and then start writing, which is what I did, and that was not the best idea, because now I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea the particulars of the world that I'm trying to build, and it's a big pain in the butt, which means I need to stop writing in order to research a little bit, and that's a problem. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up skipping over the world building part, letting whatever happens happen, and then trying to build a world around the things that people can do, and it's confusing. If you have the time to pre-write, and if you have the time to be able to world build, I suggest that you do that, because that's what I should have done instead of focusing on characters, because who cares about characters? They shape themselves as you go on through the story. At least they do when I write. I don't know about you. Everyone is different when they write. I don't know any of the particulars of the world that I'm attempting to build right now, and that serves to be a bit of a problem because it's kind of a complex world. Unless it's a contemporary, you need to do a lot of world building. If you're setting it in New York, then maybe, you don't. But if you're setting it in made-up fantasy magic land or something, or you're writing in a world where Greek gods exist, or you're writing in a world where angels exist, you need to have this stuff in mind. You can't just start writing, I mean, you can. You're just gonna have to go back and fix a lot of stuff later, which is what I'm gonna have to do, and that's a big pain in the butt. You end up having a lot of ideas in your head that you want to correlate somehow, like you want them to work together in the same world, and then they just end up not working. My world involves a lot of things that I definitely should have researched. It's a lot of stuff that I am just not familiar with writing. It involves a lot of science-y elements and then fantasy elements, and just it doesn't make any sense for me to be jumping straight into this novel without having pre-written. That's what pre-writing is for. You're supposed to plan for the difficult parts so that you don't have to stop and research while you're writing and you can just write. I don't do that. And so this is a new experience for me. This whole month is kind of really trial and error just because, I don't really write fantasy. I don't write anything that requires research, so I haven't had to do this before. My writing is all they met at school and then they ended up dating and they kissed, and then everything was happy, and then that's what my writing has been thus far. Either that or it's been fan fiction, mostly in the Twilight universe. I'm a super big Twilight nerd, so I should do that instead. What am I doing for Camp NaNoWriMoing? Seriously though, if I ever need a break from writing my novel, that's what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be writing my fan fictions. Plural, I have 4. How do you go about building a world when, first of all, you want to be original with the world, and second of all, you want the world to kind of make sense? I'm a really logical person, and while I'm okay with stories just being oh, they exist, there's no origin story, I need one, personally. I need my story to make sense in my head, and while in, what's a fantasy novel? In Twilight, there's no logical answer to why vampires exist. I need one in my story. I need to know why supernatural creatures are a thing, and I need to know the history behind them, and basically, I need the Silmarillion? I don't know how to pronounce the name of that book. The Lord of the Rings backstory novel that's thousands of pages. That one. I need that. Okay? I need that except for my novel, and I don't know how to do that because, I'm trying to write a story. I'm not trying to write the Silmarillion? Lord of the Rings people are just gonna have to correct me. I don't know. I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings people. I don't know what I'm doing with this. That's probably part of the fantasy thing where I'm just gonna have to learn to let go of not everything in this world is gonna make sense. There's supernatural creatures in this, it's not gonna make sense. I'm sure J.K. Rowling didn't sit there thinking about, oh, what were the origins of wizards and why did they come to be and how did they establish this government system? That's not what she did. If she did that, the novel never would have gotten written. Some of these particulars just popped up, I'm assuming. Maybe she pre-wrote a lot and did write a Silmarillion for her novel before she wrote the Harry Potter books, but I doubt it. So if anyone else has world building problems or some solutions or just needs to vent about their novel, then hi, I'm here and I check the comments every day. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. Happy writing. Bye.